All right, so we're here with DJ Yonny.
Yonny.
That's way better than what you did.
Yeah, I did
DJ Yonny.
Wow.
DJ.
You went to school for that shit, or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just picked that up? You didn't pick that up at the corner.
There's a couple
All right,
classes.
so I think it's very important to have Yonny on this podcast because there's a couple reasons. One, because he's like half Colombian or he's like Colombian paisa.
Well,
He
It's a
lives
mystery.
in the
It's a mystery.
States.
That's why people attend his concerts and
On
shit.
top
They
of
don't
that,
know what he is.
He's a DJ. We came across him, or we met,
Actually,
basically.
I came across you guys when it was
Yeah.
the
You
podcast.
When we were the Medellin podcast at the beginning,
Yeah.
and then you found out that we were doing Help Colombia, and we were
Yes.
doing this during the pandemic, and he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna do like a live marathon of like DJing to raise funds," and we were like, "What? No one's ever done that for us." And I thought that was amazing. That
was
did
our
that.
first person over 100 followers on Instagram that spoke to us, and I remember that. I think we went out for a
Other
drink.
than our moms.
Yeah. But it's cool.
So, DJ Yonny, can you introduce yourself? Tell us who you are.
I'm DJ Yonny, born and raised in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
My parents, I have a Paisa mom and a Rolo father.
Wow.
Okay.
And when I tell people that here in Medellin or Colombia, they're like, yo, that's just mad weird.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't happen. They met in New York. I did radio for a bunch of years in New York City, traveled the world DJing from Japan, Australia, all over Europe. And then I left New York, moved to LA, and I created with my business partner this group called Breakfast in Vegas, which we are a production and DJ duo. And we've done that for the last 4 or 5 years in LA. And now we still have our production offices or studio in LA, but now we literally within the last 2 days we started to build our new studio here in Medellin.
That's
Wow,
amazing.
awesome.
That deserves a round of applause. That's a lot of work right there. So
Well, you got to train our other guests how to do an intro because
they're like rehearsed. No, but that was great. So you're starting a studio here in, where is that?
Yeah, it's in Envigado right now.
In Envigado.
Yeah,
So for those of you guys that don't know, Medellin is a city, and Envigado it's its own city, but it's adjacent to Medellin. So you kind of count it in the population. If you think about it, Medellin probably has like 2.5, 3 million people, but if you count the vicinity of Envigado, Sabaneta, Itagüí,
I didn't know
Bello,
that until I got here because
it's like 4 million, right? It's
yeah,
like
and I used to
4.5 million.
just come here, and then my grandmother used to live in Guayabal, and I used to just come here and be at her apartment the whole time, and I didn't do shit until I moved here and I started hitting the streets. I'm like, yo, it's popping out here. And I just started,
that's when you were a 12-year-old boy, or when did that start? When did you start hitting the streets, man?
Literally within the last 2 years, I moved here.
Yeah, so that's really so you moved here.
Yeah.
And
So
why did a guy from Queens?
Queens.
I don't want to say
Yeah,
Brooklyn because you guys.
Born in Queens,
Oh.
but I also went to school in Delaware.
Okay.
Wilmington, Delaware.
You went to school?
Tax free
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there, isn't it?
Yeah, tax free.
It doesn't seem like you went to school, but
I went to computer schools.
I went to DJ school.
Yeah. Well, how did you? Yeah, wait. Okay, wait. We come to that. But so you hopped over. You started to live here when?
I want to say August of 2020, like during the pandemic.
And why
Well,
move
at that
here?
time, we started an AirBnB business in Las Vegas, and it was at the perfect moment because the DJ bookings started to go really light, so I wasn't making any money for DJing, and at the same time, pandemic happened, so we started to make money through our real estate businesses in Las Vegas, and I didn't have to travel. I was in the East Coast at the time with family. And I was talking to my grandmother, and she was she was living here by herself, like literally by herself during the pandemic. And I'm like, bro, and I was just still like producing and doing some like online DJ videos and shit like that. And I was like, I could do this from anywhere. Like, let me try to. Oh, and also I saw the Nicky Jam documentary, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that.
I may have cried watching.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Colombia's the shit. Let me go out there. Let me spend some time with my grandmother, and then shit just blew up, man. And just now a year and a half.
Grandma
later,
blew up?
Yeah. She's out here. She's out here in these streets.
You gotta watch out, dude. We're out in Latin America. You can't mention
DJ
anybody's family here. We
DJ
get killed out on
G-Man.
our own fucking podcast.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
I'm not trying to go out like that.
Talk to me about these Airbnb. I'm interested because we do have Airbnbs as well here in Colombia, literally in the same building and in another building here. how's the Airbnb business in Vegas right now?
Honestly, it's been a blessing just because, like I said, the first thing was, you know, the money from because we used to get booked every week. You know, we were in different cities, different countries, and then when the pandemic hit, you were not DJing anywhere. So it happened at the exact same moment, and literally, Vegas did shut down. The funny thing we spoke about was like, yo, Vegas has never shut down in the history of Vegas.
Yeah, I remember that news.
It shut down.
Yeah.
Like the casinos, everything was closed, and it was crazy because it was like if you went to and the funny thing is like people were canceling, so we would get cancellations, but at the same time we would still get that cancellation fee if they didn't cancel at a certain period. So we would get money from that, and then people started to rebook again. So we started to make more money anyway because people were still coming to Vegas just to see how dead it was, or see like at Vegas as a ghost town.
Right? Yeah.
And it's still in that area. You have the Hoover Dam. You have so much shit. You have deserts. There's so much shit to do in Vegas, not just the Strip.
Right.
So
but that's funny. Like we're talking so real estate basically was your life jacket or your flotation device.
Absolutely.
We actually had a meeting with our accountant today, and I said the same thing. I was like, listen, man, like, you know, as people are going to keep going to Vegas and they're going to stay in the houses. People are going to keep coming here looking for scopolamina and get, you know, getting hookers.
Yeah,
so why
that's
not?
why I'm here.
Yeah. So
Just call them,
you know, I mean, Andrew's been here for 11 years, so it's got to be a
scoped
successful
for 11 years.
Yeah, we call them pros.
We call them pros.
Yeah,
Pros before hoes. So no, but I think like I literally we talk about getting new clients, and we had this meeting today, and I said, you know, with real estate, especially if you're in a touristic zone, that shit's pretty much set. That's
absolutely,
that's your secure
man.
thing.
Yeah, bread and butter.
So I got a question for you. Just did you try? I see you've been out in Cartagena and stuff. I felt a little jealous today because I've been off of the social media.
They showed me videos. I was
I only saw that today.
Yo, Curtis showed me some. Well, we'll talk about.
Yeah,
Curtis.
we got some videos we can't even post.
But yeah, they were like, because I saw their posts and I was jealous. And then he's like, let me show you what I couldn't post.
I was like, how much you paying these people to be there? So did you try to make it as a DJ here in Colombia or no?
Honestly, it just happens organically. And for me, I'm such a I like, for instance, the way I met you guys, I reached out to you.
Yeah.
I was like, I knew I was coming to Colombia. I didn't know anybody. And for me, when I moved to LA, I did the same thing, but I already had a couple contacts. I had a couple friends, and I reached out to her like, yo, I'm moving out there.
Yeah.
You know, let's link up, let's do this. And it just, you know, I love to network like that. So for you guys, I don't know how I came across you guys on the internet or whatever, but it came across Medellin podcast.
I remember.
Andrew's only fan.
Yeah, Grindr.
I deleted the app, bro.
I deleted that a year.
Things we cannot mention on the podcast.
All right. But yeah, and then I saw you guys were doing a podcast, and then I seen you guys had the basketball shit because you know we love to play basketball too. So we came here, and I just
shot though. You got that mean 3-point.
Yeah. I mean, you got that
the corner three.
Corner three is
you
me.
remind me of that. Remember the game on Nintendo? Oh man, I'm dating myself.
On Nintendo.
On Nintendo, and the first basketball game on Nintendo, there was the glitch where you could shoot the corner three. That's you. You're the glitch. The corner three to Yonny. It's money.
So glitch. My question to you is, if there's a DJ that's trying to come down here and make it, what would you say? Stay at home or come through?
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't say anybody stay at home. Anything, honestly, I mean, it sounds really cliche, but anything is possible. And
how possible is it?
It's possible. Like you were talking about earlier. If you do something every day for a year or two, you're gonna be a beast at it within that first year.
Guys, I'm the pragmatic voice on this motherfucking show right here. So, how much money do they need to save to give every day for 2 years until they actually make?
Well, that's the thing. I mean,
you can live with your moms.
Yeah, you can live with your moms.
They got no moms. They're just coming into Medellin. They're trying to make it in the music industry or as a DJ. What do they have to do?
Then you need some type of job.
Okay.
To work some, and then when you're not working, you practice. And then when you get good enough to be in front of people, you go start opening up for other people, open up for other DJs. You either befriend DJs or meet promoters or meet club owners or restaurants or quinceañeras or whatever the fuck, and you start using that, and then those gigs start to become your practice, and then you become good enough, and then when you become really good, people start to notice. I'm like, oh shit, my friend owns this bar, or my friend is this DJ, and you start, and it's all at the end of the day, it's all about networking.
Is that your story summarized? Is that what you did?
Yeah, I was DJing quinceañeras and birthdays and bat mitzvahs and all types of shit when I was 11 years old.
Dang, 11 years old. All right, last question for you, Johnny. The how open? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that want to know how open is Colombia right now. I know you go out, you DJ, you've been in Cartagena. How open is Colombia with the COVID restrictions?
Oh, we out here in these streets.
We out here.
We
in
out
the
here in the streets. As we would say in New York, we outside.
We outside. Okay.
We outside.
So, everybody's getting raped.
Literally.
All right. Well, thank you, Yonny.
Yo, wait. wait. This is quick stories, but hey, anybody, and we did it in the last episode, if somebody wants to see a full episode with some of these people, like Yonny, for example, what you said
because honestly, we could talk.
You could bring that girl that you brought to the.
That's the
the
thing.
cafe,
There's a whole
bro.
dating episode we could talk about.
Yo, we coming back.
Honestly, because my boy Curtis, he's
one,
never come here and had to date it, and I put him on. He'll tell you. These are the rules that you have to stand by.
Hey, listen.
And every time it's like, listen,
Johnny. You're going to be back on the dating.
You're going to be on
Is that okay?
on the dating.
We're going to have an entire dating.
I can help a lot of you guys out there. I want to write a book, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to write a book. All right. You going to help me out?
Hey, but if anybody watching or listening, if any of you guys are plastic surgeons, if anybody enjoyed these 15 minutes of
fame
with DJ Yonny or Johnny, whose name when he was christened was what? Jonathan?
Well, I'm Jonathan,
but
but
instead Jonathan.
Yeah, but in Colombia, in Spanish, the Y sounds like a J.
I know,
so
it sounds so funny. I chuckled. I spat my drink. He said Jonathan. I was like, okay, cool. But if anybody wants this guy back on a full episode, leave it in a comment. And if we get there to like, let's say what? How many comments?
But if it's not, it's cool too. I'm not gonna take offense to it.
Yeah, nobody liked it.
If they don't
Only
want me
my
back,
mom liked.
That's true. Yeah, we just pay me and your mom to just keep commenting. And 10, and Yanni's back on. All right, people. There we go.
All right, thank you, Johnny.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you guys.